All right, hello everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Happy Monday. Of course, we all know what happened this past Friday, which was July 4th. Hopefully you guys celebrated that however that looks for, you all. I usually just watch the fireworks. That's like the main thing I want to do is watch fireworks. So I did get to do that this Friday. Also, just want to send some prayers out to those that are affected by the floods in Texas. That's really sad. And yeah, just really praying for all those families that they can get through everything that's going on right now, and just want to pray for the entire state. I'm not really sure what city it is, but the whole city and just the entire state of Texas in a whole. So just wanted to say all those things before we started this video off today. All right, so being tall can be exhausting. And then being a woman on top of it can also be exhausting. So if you are a tall girl, tall woman that resonates with this, or you feel like you can relate to this video, please keep watching this video and let's talk about some points that I feel like are really important that people may not understand just how exhausting it can be to be a tall woman. All right, so first things first, being a woman in itself is already exhausting. And then you add height to that. Yeah, it's a combination for a lot. So I remember there was this content creator on TikTok. Her name is Liv. I think it might be Livy. So I can't remember her whole name, but she pretty much made a whole like TikTok video talking about how exhausting it can be to be a tall woman. She pretty much just talked about a night out that she had, that she was with her friends and stuff. And pretty much the whole night, that was everybody's thing. They just kept talking about how tall she was and just kept reiterating that. And then at one point, she was talking to this guy and she was like, the whole conversation, he just kept talking about how tall she was. And he was like, oh my God, you're so tall. You're taller than me. I don't like that. And she was just like, do you want to talk or not? Because the fact that the whole conversation we're talking about how tall I am as if I don't know how tall I am. Like, come on, bro. I know how tall I am. Like, and that's the crazy part to me is I think a lot of people don't realize we know how tall we are. Okay. Like I promise you we do. So when people ask me like what's like an annoying thing that people might say or do that gets on your nerves the most, I think the kind of not gets on my nerves the most, but it's kind of like repetitive is when people are like, oh my God, you're so tall. I know I'm tall, y'all. I promise you I know. I woke up this height. I went to bed this height. I promise you I know I am a tall girl. And I love my height. So when you guys keep saying that, I get it. I know it. You don't keep reminding me. That's like you going to another person and say, that's like you going to somebody short and say, oh my God, you're so short. Or you go to somebody and say, oh wow, you're black, or you're white, or you're Chinese, or whatever. It's like, we know we're that. So why the feel the need to keep reminding? I don't know. I think some of it may be some of y'all just don't know what to say, but I prefer you just ask something or say anything else other than that, honestly. But yeah, she talked about how exhausting it can be. And you know what? I was like, I made like a little TikTok video, but I also said I want to make a whole video to really explain because some people just might not get it. I want you guys just to kind of see just how exhausting it can be to be somebody in our position. So, some things that I feel like definitely can be exhausting about being tall. Like I said, of course, a reminder of being told how tall you are, but also I feel like people don't really understand like when you have to ask or answer the same questions on a daily basis. Just imagine, just I mean, just bear with me here. Imagine you are somebody and somebody asks you the same questions on a daily basis, whatever those questions may be, you get asked that every single day. Trust and believe me, you're going to get tired of it and it's going to get annoying to you. And so for tall people, and of course, I'm speaking on tall women right now, we get that. When you are overly tall, when I say overly tall, I mean 6 foot and up. When you are that tall, people are going to ask you pretty much on a daily basis how tall you are. Like I said, a win for me is when I can go out in public in whatever public space that may look like, whether it's a grocery store, the gas station, the mall, anywhere where I'm able to go out in public and not have to get asked how tall I am. That's a win for me because very seldomly am I able to make it in and out. Like there are sometimes I'll go to the grocery store and I'm trying to run there for like one or two things and just get in and out, and I still will get asked how tall I am, or I'll still have somebody comment something about my height, and I'm just like, here we go. Like I love when I'm able to go out into the store or whatever I'm at and not have to worry about anybody asking me how tall I am or anything like that. Now, I will say, of course, you try to be polite when nice with it, but there are days where you just want to just exist. You don't want to have to worry about people asking you about this or asking you about that or commenting about this or commenting about that. You just want to exist as a human being. But when you're my height or around my height, it's kind of hard to just exist and people not want to ask you questions. And it's like we all know when you're staring at us, we know when you're taking pictures and videos of us, we know when you're like trying to whisper to your friends and say little stuff. First of all, most of y'all are horrible whisperers. Like, I can hear you. Like, y'all are horrible whisperers because I'd be like, sis, bro, I can hear you. And it's like we know when you're talking about us because like we'll come into your space or come around you, you'll see us get wide eyed, and then you'll talk to your friend and be like, shh, like, yeah, I know you're talking about me because you're also pointing to like, how old are we? Like little kids, yeah, but as a grown adult, let's probably not point to people because yeah. And like I say, I will never understand the phenomenon of pulling your phone out and taking pictures of videos of, somebody that you don't know. Like I've even had people like be on FaceTime and they see me and like I'm talking to them or something like that, and then they're like trying to pull their phone. Like, well, I FaceTime my friend. I'd be like, I'm good. Whoever your friend, whoever you're trying to FaceTime, I don't want to talk to them. I barely want to talk to you. No offense, but I barely want to talk to you. So I definitely don't want to talk to whoever you're trying to get me to talk to. I'd be like, I'm good. Cause yeah. And there's times where I'll be out. And I remember one time I was working at Under Armour this time, and this guy, I'm like back there talking to one of my coworkers, like, just chat talking, whatever. And this like guy, he like has his phone out and it's like on his front camera, and he pulls his phone out and like tries to like start wrapping his arm around me, and I'm like, what are you doing? No, 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 no. He was like, oh, I'm trying to take a picture. I was like, no, sir. First of all, I don't know you, don't know me. Why are you even touching me for one? And why do you have your phone out? This is not the zoo. We're not doing that. Back it up, please. And yeah, no, like that to me, like you got to respect people's boundaries and respect people's personal space. And unfortunately, when you're tall, I feel like some people don't really understand, like, we're human. We're not, this isn't a zoo, this isn't like museum, like you're not gonna just like, don't touch me, you don't know me. And that can be very exhausting because it's like for some reason people act like they forget all about human decency and respect when they see somebody that's just so tall, they forget all about that. And it's like, why are you touching me? Why are you getting my personal space? Like, all that goes to the window. I've had people try to touch me. I've had people try to hug me. Like, like, I get it. You're excited. You've never seen anything like me. And that's great. But what we're not about to do is put your hands on me, touch me, grab me, want to take pictures of me. No, no, no. Have respect. Ask, you can always ask, like, hey, can I take a picture? Or hey, can I, whatever. And of course, I have the right to tell you no, but it does kind of get on my nerves when people act like we're not allowed to say no. Like as tall women or something like that, I feel like people think we're supposed to always be in a great mood and we're supposed to always want to, be this people person and be around people. And I'm like, it almost seems as like we're not allowed to have bad days or have days where we don't want to be bothered. I'm a woman, so I have those days where I don't even bother. I'm having hormones and emotions and stuff like that. We go through our different phases and stuff, in our cycles and stuff like that, which I do want to make a video on cycle, and all that we have to go through as a woman, but we go through all that. So it's like, I don't want to sit up here and be bothered some days. There are days where I'm irritated just because of my hormones and stuff. And here you are coming up here, asking me this and that. I'm like, I don't want to be bothered with you right now. Leave me alone. Like, let me be. And it's like, it's almost like we're not allowed to have those. We're not allowed to be upset. Like, if I'm having a bad day one day and I'm out and about doing something real quick and someone comes up to me and says, how tall are you? Or something like that, I'm allowed to say, I'd rather not say, or no, thank you, or, something like that. But it's like, if I were to say that, people are going to automatically think I'm being, you know, a B word. And it's like, I'm not trying to be that. I'm literally just letting you know, like, I don't even bother today, and that's okay. But it's almost like we're not allowed to have those human emotions because a lot of y'all don't see us. I don't know what y'all see us as, but it's almost like y'all don't see us as human. Y'all see us as like an attraction or something. And it's like we're not those things at all. And it definitely gets irritating with that because we're not allowed to have those moments. And it almost want to crash out some days because You're human and you have those human emotions. But some people are just so focused on what they want, and they can be so selfish on what they want. They don't care about your emotions. They don't care about what's going on with you. And that can be, annoying because we are allowed to have feelings and allowed to have, all those things. But unfortunately, when you're this height, people just don't, some people, I don't want to say all people, but some people don't see you as a human. It's like they see you as something else. And it definitely gets tricky with that. And it does get annoying. And it makes you want to be like, I'm human. Okay. I'm a human being just like you're a human being. The only difference between me and you, besides other differences that may be, but it's height. Don't treat me like I'm something that's, just treat me like I'm a human. Talk to me like I'm a human. I get it. Some of y'all just get so excited you don't know what to do, but calm down. Okay. Act like calm down. It's okay. I'm human, you're human. Yes, I'm super tall. No, you probably haven't seen anything like me. But just calm down and let's just have a conversation. Let's just talk. I promise it'll be okay. All right. So another thing that I also feel like is when we're having a conversation, if you're talking to somebody and the whole conversation, like you meet somebody and the whole conversation, they're talking about how tall you are, and that's exhausting too. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, if I'm out somewhere, like the girl was saying, she's out somewhere, she's talking to this guy, and the whole conversation, he's just telling her, like, how tall she is, and she's taller than him, and he don't like that. So, why are you talking to me? Like, if you're that insecure in who you are as a man and all that, why are we even talking? Like, let's just cut this short. You go back to where you were. I'll just mind my business and just leave me alone. Like, this is why a lot of us tall women, and we kind of, I feel like, and I kind of make a video about this too. I feel like a lot of shorter men are more confident in their, like, in themselves than taller men, because it's like taller men, they have like it's like an ego thing or something. Like a guy would be like 6'9", 6'10", and he like, I don't want a girl that tall because she gonna be looking at me almost eye to eye. What does it matter if your girl's looking at you eye to eye? Like, why does that matter to you? You're still a man at the end of the day, correct? So, do I make you feel less as a man because I'm looking you eye to eye? I'm still a woman, you're still a man. So, what does it matter if I'm looking you eye to eye? You know what I mean? That's just something I always think about as well. Because it definitely gives that shorter men definitely give like they're more confident in themselves and secure in themselves than a lot of taller men are. And that's something that I've always kind of tried to figure out because I'm like, shorter men could care less how tall a woman is, and and taller than them. But taller men seem to have a problem when their woman is too close to their height, or they feel like, oh, because if you this height, I'm that height, and then you wear heels, we're gonna be the same height. What does it matter? Like, why do you care that hard? You are still a man at the end of the day. Why does that matter? And another thing is, I hate when, and this is like also a random point, I hate when people like see you and they're like, oh, I thought I was tall, but now look at you. Baby, you're like 5'8". You're like 5'7", 5'8" on a good day. How did you think you were tall? Sorry if you guys just heard the doorbell. But anyways, I hate people like, oh my God, I thought I was tall. How did you think you were tall? That always blows me because I'd be like, baby, you're not really that tall. And I get it so many times. They're like, oh my God, I thought I was tall. And I'd be like, how did you think you were tall? Like, you're not even, I don't understand how you thought that. Um, or they'll say things like, you're the tallest person I've ever met in my life. Or no, they'll be like, I was supposed to be tall, or, it's just like little random things they'll say. But that always gets me when they say they thought they were tall before they met me. I'd be like, okay. And then of course, I definitely don't like when you're like standing somewhere, and like let's say you're standing like next to it, like you stand, like you might stand somewhere, like a man comes up to you or stand next to you, or you're standing, or you come to a man, and the first thing he'll be like, oh, he'll be like, let me, he almost said to you, make me feel short. Sorry, I don't know what you want me to do with that information. Like, am I supposed to like walk away or like stand somewhere else? No, like I don't. That's not a problem that you feel short. I make a lot of people feel short. Like, if you always say, "Oh, you make me feel so short," and I'll be like, "Girl, you are short," or "Boy, you are short." Like, when people say that, you make me feel short, I'll be like, "You're not that tall to begin with." But if that's how you feel, cool. Um, and I definitely hate when people are like, well, men. when they see me. And for some reason, they'll do this every now and then. They'll be like, ooh, let me not mess with her. Or let me not, bother her. She might beat me up. Like, that to me is another way I feel like you guys masculinize women's height. You automatically make it sound like we're aggressive or we're manly. Like, I don't know you. I don't want to put my hands on you. If you bother me, I might, but I don't put my hands on you. So the fact that y'all make it seem like we like fee, five, four, like this big giant, and it's like that's not who we are. But unfortunately, a lot of y'all see us like that. And it's like, why? I don't want to too many times I've heard people say, "Who? Let me not mess with her." Oh shit, let me not bother her. I don't want to get hit on top of the head. Like, do I give off aggressive? Because I don't think I do. So the fact that y'all be thinking that, it really irritates my soul. Because I'd be like, what about me looks like I want to even touch you? Okay, I don't. So that always really, really blows me too. Like, I don't understand why y'all think we're just, so aggressive because we're just so tall. And to me, another way I'll just make us seem like we're manly. And then, like I said, another thing is I definitely hate when people still reference tall women to like manly things, like, oh, you're as tall as that man or this man, or you got like your hands and feet are big as a man. Like, we are in 2025. There are so many different tall women that y'all can be referencing instead of saying things like, oh, you're as tall as LeBron or this person. No, let's say you're as tall as Angel Reese or Asia Wilson or whatever, or you're as pretty as this person, that person. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that we're still referencing men towards women, like, that's just another thing that you're using to masculinize me. Or when you say, ooh, my boyfriend, I wish he was that height. Girl, what? I'll be like, okay. Like, okay. But I definitely hate that's another thing. That's an exhausting thing for tall women. When y'all are always like referencing men to us or making it seem like we have manly features, like or things about us are towards, are manly, like I've seen no, let me be quiet. I've seen more y'all look no. But no, because stop. It's so annoying. And like I said, um it unfortunately we get masculinized so much, and I definitely also hate when people are like so shocked that women can be tall. It's exhausting. Okay, women and men can both be tall. We should know that by now, living in 2020 million. Okay, if you don't know by now, what is your problem? Like, people be like, oh my god, how are you so tall, or why are you so tall? Why are you your height? Think about it. You're your height the same way I'm my height. Genetics. So the fact that y'all be asking these questions really baffles me. It's like, did you not pay attention in school? Like, did you go to school? Or it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you acting like only men are supposed to be tall? Because that's what it gives. It gives a lot of y'all think only men are supposed to be tall. So when you see a tall woman, you're like, why are you so tall? Because my mama is tall, my daddy is tall. I got tall family members. You got just like you. Why are you your height? Because of people in your family. It just really irritates me that people still act like only men are supposed to be tall. So when they see a tall woman, they're trying to figure out what happened to you. Were you born in a lab? Were you like made in a laboratory? No. Were you made in a laboratory? You probably should have been, but no. It definitely can be exhausting. And of course, we know how exhausting it is to try to find clothes and fashions and all that because you trust me. I have so many boards on my Pinterest that I, have saved on my, Pinterest or whatever. And I have so many different like little pins, as they're called pins on, if you know your Pinterest, you know. And a lot of these outfits, I'm like, oh, I would love those outfits, but it's hard to find that. It's hard to replicate that outfit when you're 6'6", because if I was a shorter height, it'd probably be a little bit easier. But because of that, it's kind of hard for me to replicate a lot of these heights. Like shirts and stuff is fine, dresses I can find, that are long enough, kind of, but pants and jeans stuff like that, baby, it's hard. But I will say there are more and more people, thankfully, that are making tall girl brands that actually are tall girl brands because, like I made a TikTok, a tall girl brand or tall girl friendly is not tall girl friendly if the tallest model is 5'11". No. You should start at 5'11" and work your way up to however tall you can work your way up to. But yeah, so thankfully, a lot of other brands are starting to, do tall girl, or they're having tall girl brands, which is great for us. But it pisses me off when people are like, oh my God, that's discriminating against other people. Y'all have the whole world that y'all can buy from, okay? So leave us be, seriously. But thankfully, more and more brands are doing better with that. But, you know, sometimes they also, some of those brands only do like athletic wear, and it's like, y'all, we want to wear more than just athletic wear. We want to wear dresses and jeans and skirts and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it's getting there. Slowly but surely it's getting there. But we're working on it. But yeah, all in all, I think we realized that being a tall woman is definitely not the easiest thing in the world. It can be a little annoying and exhausting, but at the end of the day, I know for a fact I would never change my height. And I love everything about my height, and I love myself as well. Um, and I feel like that took me some time to realize because I had to grow into where I am today. And I'm so happy that I am as confident and secure in myself as I am today than I was not really back then. um, so also before I end this video, I just want to say that I did do my first vlog. I posted it last week. It was a Savannah vlog, a little travel vlog. I was like, you know what? Let me try a vlog for the first time. I didn't really put myself in it a lot. I had to do a lot of voiceover work, which is cool to me, but still. But I will say though, I got copyrighted. I was like, I didn't even think about that. So I definitely think about that for my future vlogs. I will say though, I don't really think vlogging will be my thing. I think I really do enjoy doing these like sitting talking head videos where it's just me and in the camera and I'm just talking to you guys about different, things that go on in my life as a tall girl. But I do want to do a few more vlogs, but I will say that vlogging will not be my main thing. I really do enjoy doing my tall girl talks or tall girl diaries. I enjoy doing these diaries. I do want to do more girl talks. I do want to do more like empowering talks. I also wanted to bring in some mental health, talks in here as well. Like, of course, my main thing in this channel will be about me being tall, but at the same time, I also want to talk about other things as well. I don't want that to be the only thing I'm talking about because I do have other things that I want to talk about as well. But like I say, I will sprinkle in vlogs every now and then, but I feel like you got to kind of find your niche and find what works for you. And right now, I think this really works for me because you guys seem to really enjoy these videos more. Um, and then also, I feel like as a starting up YouTuber and all that, you don't have to vlog because everybody want to vlog, y'all. It's okay to do different things with your channel, and so that was my main thing. I was like very much like I didn't really care about vlogging. I knew when I started this channel, I wanted to get on this channel and talk about my life as a tall person, and talk about the different ins and outs and all of that, and sprinkle in of little things here and there. But vlogging was not something I necessarily wanted to do. But like I say, I will do it when I, feel the need to do it. But for the most part, I thoroughly enjoy doing these videos when I'm just talking to you guys. Also, I'm trying to get different angles. I definitely want to stop recording on my bed because right now that's the only place I really have to record is my bed because I don't have a chair or anything like here. But I do want to like spruce up my room. I want to do like a whole like, little room makeover. So slowly but surely, I'll be doing little things in here to kind of make over my room. I'm just trying to like figure out what's good angles, what's good, things. I definitely have to get a real curtain on my um on my window because right now it's just a blanket that I have pinned up there because I just the sun is on my side of the house, so it's like bearing down on me, especially in the mornings. But yeah, I just have to kind of like figure out like how I want this space to look because I want this space to look nice for you all and for myself. Because most of my videos or all my videos have been shot in here besides the one vlog that I did. All of my YouTube videos have been shot in this room, but I definitely want to spruce it up a little bit and make it look a little more, just feminine, but also like a little aesthetically pleasing and all of that. So I'm gonna work on that probably more so next month and a little bit this month. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you all for subscribing because I've definitely gained a few subscribers over the couple of weeks. So keep subscribing and I will keep putting out more content. And I will see you all in my next video. Have a great day.